This is more of what impression do you get? If you were to see this type of girl, I would say that most men would approach her confidently because she is giving off the vibe that I am here to impress, I am here for you to approach me, as opposed to being reserved and making it look like it is hard to work for a woman that you are. Ladies, let's discuss first impressions and your clothing. Clothing is a language, whether you want to believe it or not. And in literally 2 seconds, how you look, your appearance, your clothing, what you are wearing is saying so much more about you. And not just about your physical appearance, but also about your emotional state and your perception of yourself. Way more than any verbal communication can. You can sit there and you can tell a person for 5 minutes about your life story, about your fashion choices, but the way you present, the first impression and your clothing tells so much more about you. It is a silent language. Let's remember that. And this silent language is a very strong non-verbal level of communication and plays a huge and vital role in impression formation. So your appearance, your wardrobe, you know what it does? It gives off very silent and discreet signs, not only about your appearance and your fashion sense, but also about so many other things. Your behaviors, your internal state, your mind. And that, my friends, is the power of first impression. Before we move on, I should introduce myself. Hello, my name is Karina and welcome to the YouTube channel if you are new, and welcome back if you're not. Do subscribe and like this video because I promise you will get a lot of value to become the best version of yourself. Let's say we're going out to public where we might see somebody we know. Perhaps we are going anywhere, whether it's work related, maybe an event for work, whether it's kind of more professional or more laid back. Maybe you're a parent and you're picking your child off from school. Maybe you're dropping something off to a group of people that you see on a regular basis, or even in the most important cases, perhaps you're going to a networking event or a job interview or a first date, something that actually has a long-term effect on your future. These are definitely the key times where we want to make sure we take all of this into account. Our appearance. What is our appearance saying about ourselves? Let's get into some examples and tell me what you think. So here is a woman walking down the street wearing this outfit. What is the first impression that you're getting from here? Aside from the fact that yes, she does look very casual, could this perhaps give off the appearance that she does not have time for self-care and she doesn't really care about her appearance? And while this may be a celebrity, I'm just using these photos as a general example, right? I mean, the sandals, the very baggy pajama looking pants, the tank top, the beach bag, it really shows that I'm just going out for a quick errand, whether she is or whether she is not. If you were to see somebody of importance, or say you are trying to make an impression of a partner, I feel like a man would not approach a woman such as this. And on the topic of class and elegance, this really goes opposite of that. Let's look at this one right here. Again, the sandals, you know how terrible I feel about sandals, but look at this baggy clothing that doesn't outline her figure whatsoever. A first sign you can think is perhaps this woman has very low confidence. She doesn't want to show her body off, and not necessarily saying you have to show your body off, but this is not doing her any favors whatsoever. Once again, we have the flip-flops, the ripped up baggy jeans, and a sailor tank top. This really shows, don't bother me, I'm hiding from the world, and I have no sense of style. What impression do you get from this? Yes, the woman has an amazingly beautiful body, however, that is not the point, right? Free things are found on Walmart clearing racks and where else? Dollar stores. You don't want free things, right? You don't want to show off everything you have like this. This is not classy, this is not elegant, this is not high status. This honestly gives you a wrong impression. Now, do you want to be classified kind of from this perception of perhaps being easy? Now I'm just making generalizations, but This is just the vibe that this gives off to me, and whether you want to be placed in that category or not, it is up to you. Here is another example, right? This is an example of trying very hard to be sexy, highlighting every single aspect of her body that she possibly has out to the world. Now, I have many problems with this dress, but this is not a fashion video. This is more of what impression do you get? If you were to see this type of girl, I would say that most men would approach her confidently because she is giving off the vibe that I am here to impress, I am here for you to approach me, as opposed to being reserved and making it look like it is hard to work for a woman that you are. Now, let's look at this picture right here. Now, these are more positive examples, and I want you to tell me what you think, because I think a picture is worth 1,000 words. And I purposely picked out photos that are very simplistic. Now, I understand some of these might be celebrities, but this dress could be $50. This belt can be $20. It's not even about the expense of the clothes. It is about the way you portray yourself. She has a beautiful hourglass figure. Actually, I believe Miranda Kerr has more of a slender figure, not so much an hourglass if you kind of look at her lingerie pictures. Nonetheless, she is using the belt to accentuate her waistline, which gives her an hourglass figure. But she's not showing much skin, right? However, she looks absolutely stunning and sexy. And I would bet you that if you were to sample a group of men that would actually have the courage to approach a lady dressed in this way as opposed to dressed in this way, this group of men would definitely be of much higher caliber and would really have to muster up a lot of courage to talk to her, because she looks confident. She's on the move. She is giving off the vibe as I'm not asking for attention, but I know I'm getting it because I am a strong woman, and that is what I'm resonating. And that's kind of what I want you to understand here. Let's look at this more casual. So she is wearing a little bit of a baggier sweater, but I do like the simplistic look. It is very clean cut, and I think it's a beautiful casual look. The shoes are also comfortable, similar to as the flip-flop pictures we looked at, and the pants are also as comfortable as jeans. However, it looks very clean, very put together, like she respects herself and she took the time out of her day to put together a simple look. Yes, however, it is very classy and it looks like she loves herself. Similar right here for a woman that is slightly older, right? She is not just kind of putting whatever she wants and walking around. It looks like she took enough time and effort to put effort into her hair, her makeup, the beautiful outfit she is wearing. Again, it's not provocative, it's not showy. Maybe it's not even worth $2,000 or $3,000. This could be a $30 dress for all we know, but all I'm saying is that she looks like $1,000,000. Here's another very casual put together look. And again with Miranda Kerr. And the reason I actually even really like this picture is pay attention to the people in the back of her. Let's do a little zoom in, right? All right, so we have flats, colorful red leggings. Again, this is just a random paparazzi photo, but just take note of how most of the population dresses, right? People, your day-to-day life. Now, if you saw this woman walking down the street in the midst of all these sea of plain Janes, would you turn your head? I know I would. I mean, she is just put together from head to toe, and I'm sure that this didn't even take much effort or expense. Although, yes, I know as women, we do have to set up a good chunk of change to look presentable. But just see the contrast. See the contrast between your plain Jane people in the back and your Miranda Kerr. And again, this does not have to be a celebrity. It could be anybody. It could be you. So just really pay attention to the power of your self-image, to the power of how you handle yourself, what that says about you, what it says about your self-respect, what it says about your success, your confidence level, your achievements, and your goals in life, right? Even the first picture we looked at compared to the picture of Miranda Kerr, it's a huge night and day difference. Now, I'm not saying this to say you have to do things a certain way, but again, I just want you to be aware. I want you to be aware of what's going on, and I want you to remember an instant of perhaps a time where you saw a beautiful woman similar to this photo that I just showed you walking down the street, and if you turned your head. I know I do, and perhaps you want to be that woman. So anyways, if you enjoyed this video, do like it, do subscribe, and trust me, I will be putting out way more videos about these types of topics. So I will see you in the next video.